And now, Brandon Six Boy Schaub.
Good morning, United States. I was going to say Vietnam like Robin Williams. Wrong. It is July 15th, Monday morning. What's up, kids? How was your weekend? Fantastic. I'm very sunburnt. I don't believe in sunscreen. I learned the hard way. I let some bad information, some fake news about sunscreen get to me. I decided not to wear it at my son's tournament this weekend. I was in the sun for 2 days, probably about a total of 12 hours. Daddy is super burnt. It is uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie to you. But that red turns to brown. You'll see me a nice Akiyama gold brown in a day or so. So it's worth it. But spent all weekend out in the sun watching the kids play some baseball. Finished second the tournament. The boys are getting better at the tournament ball. Tiger pitched very well. Was proud of him. Nothing better, dude. Nothing is better. It's the best. Just chilling with the dads, watching the kids play ball. There's nothing better, man. And then I found out about the news about old Trumpy Trump. Because my wife was talking to my brother-in-law. He called her when it happened, and I was already at the field because I have to get there early because I warmed Tiger up. So they come like an hour or so late, probably an hour and a half later, and Bossy comes running up and goes, Dad, because he just overhears in the car, and he goes, Trunk got shot. Trunk is dead. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? He's like, Trunk's dead. And I'm like, Trunk dead? And Joanne's like, you haven't seen the news? I'm like, no, I haven't been on my phone at all. I left it in the dugout. She's like, yeah, Trump got shot. I'm like, are you guys messing with me right now? She's like, no, he got shot. I'm like, he's dead? She's like, no. Like, grazed his ear. I'm like, why is he saying Trunk is dead? She's like, I don't know. He's crazy. And I was like, Boss D. And he wouldn't drop it all day. Like, we'd be talking about baseball. He'd come like, did you hear Trunk got shot? I'm like, hey, dude. Hey, man. And he just kept bringing up, I go, bud, you're 4. This is not stuff you should be interested in or talking about. But it's just like this. He could tell like everyone was like would react to it or excited about it. So he would just not drop it. We got in the car. I'm like, hey, bud, can you just lay low on the politics for me at 4? Can you chill out, dude? But to them, it's a dramatic thing. He's running with it, dude, getting a reaction out of it. Yeah, and then someone sent me that picture, that epic picture. In my lifetime, no matter if you're left or right, that is the most unreal picture you've ever seen. I thought it was Photoshop. I'm like, this thing, come on. Have you seen the one of the guy that took it? The guy's, it's going to be a classic picture, but it shows the actual bullet.
Oh, yeah, going by his head, yeah.
They said it was like a 1 in a fucking billion shot that he got, and they're like, I can't believe they did it in one shot. I'm like, oh, you don't know how cameras work. It's the shutter speed. He probably was going a fucking million miles an hour, and they got that one. It's wild, dude. And if he didn't turn his head, have you seen the analytics? If he didn't turn his head, it would hit him right in the brain piece. Insane. You got to stay off social media right now. It's just all this weird news, all this stuff. I'm sure me and Brian get into it on Firing the Kid, and I'll probably defend the Secret Service or some shit. I'm like, stuff happens. It's like, bro, figure it out, man. Figure it out. Incompetent, sure. What should scare you is whether you're left or right, middle, whatever you are, this should scare you that someone was able to do this. It's scary, man. Crazy times right now. Scary, scary stuff. Scary stuff. You ever seen what with Reagan, what happened after the assassination attempt on him failed? You ever seen what happened? History shows, destroys in the polls. People just rally around it. Oh, yeah. So, good chance that happens. Wild, dude. Wild. This being textbooks with it, for the kiddos in high schools, like this is that classic picture. I can't believe we're living through this. It is insane. And incompetence, sure, there's that. I'm sure there's that. But if you talk to anybody that's in that arena, special forces, sniper, stuff like that, they're like, dude, they know obviously Trump plans out where he's going to campaign. They plan it out like a year in advance, months in advance. He's like the snipers and the Secret Service go out there months before, and they dictate which is, the high probability of a shooter, and they shut it all down. He's like, so in confidence, he's like, I know a lot of those guys that deal with this thing. They're like, that's just too easy of an out. Like, there has to be an inside job. Like, none of it makes any sense. Who knows, man? Wild times. Wild horses. It is crazy. Let's talk about some fisticuffs, though. Enough of this gossip. I'll tell you what's going to be crazy when Trump walks out of the next UFC pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah.
He might walk out at a fight night. I don't think he's going to fly to England, walk out for that big UFC going down to Manchester. That's next Saturday. I will be doing not Calabasas, Jesus. I will be doing a JRE fight companion with Gordon Ryan and Tony Hinchcliffe and Mr. Joe Rogan, myself, for that fantastic card. Leon Edwards, Bilal Muhammad, I can't wait for. Tommy Aspinall, Curtis Blades, King Green, also known as Bobby Green, a.k.a. Bobby Green, but we call him King Green, Patty Pimlet, Muhammad, Cape, Arnold Allen, Giga, Daniel Wood, Molly McCann. Molly, it's been tough on her. At least they gave her a good matchup this time. Rest of the card, some up-and-comers on there. Christian Leroy's a savage. Take my money.
RoboCop's
in some trouble in that fight. Sean O'Bannon, yeah, tasty card, dude. Tasty freaking card. But yeah, there will be a JRE fight companion for that. And it's at 7 o'clock Pacific time. Those poor fighters over there in Manchester and the whole crowd. UFC just like, what can you do? We kind of favor the American crowd, which is wild. It's their pay-per-view system. But yeah, that'd be fun. They've just been edging us before this pay-per-view. This last weekend's fight night, not terrible, in my hometown of Denver. Hometown favorite, Rose. Now, technically, she's not born in Denver, but we still claim her. She does train out there. She trained out there forever. She did leave Trevor Whitman. Man, I don't know what's going on with Denver. She left Trevor Whitman, and then my boy Corey Sandehagen left Christian Allen. I should probably call over there, see what's going on around the water cooler. Something's going on in the water out there. For Rose, left Trevor. She's won 2 in a row since going to flyweight. First fight, not great at flyweight, but she got it done. The only thing that matters, she has 2 wins in a row. That's the only thing that matters here for her. That Carla Esparza one was freaking tough, dude. 2 years ago, though, but still, that Carla Esparza fight, man, that didn't do her any justice. Yeah, so at flyweight, she's 2-1, but that's 2 in a row. Went over Tracy Cortez, took on short notice. First real test for Tracy when you're fighting Rose, a legend, in the women's division. So in first 5-rounder at elevation, I thought Tracy should be proud of herself. She did a damn good job. My only question would be, what was the game plan? I was confused on what was the game plan. I think her advantage, it would be wrestling with Rose. Obviously, you got to be careful. Rose is a savage, off her back, stuff like that. But if the game plan was just kind of walk forward and outstrike her, that was never going to happen, ever. So it seemed like there wasn't a game plan. I feel like if there's a better game plan and a better plan in place, she could have had more success. But off the bat, her team should have realized, this isn't smart, just marching forward. I mean, she got clipped with that hook, got dropped in the first round. She weathered the storm, came back. But yeah, 49-46 fair, 48-47. I could see it, but I think Tracy's at that level. It's just what was the game plan? And at that level, there has to be a plan in place. You can't, some people you go in there, you got to be able to adapt to everything and just kind of go with the flow. No, not at this level, not at the Rose level. At that, the upper echelon, the top 10, you can't just go with the flow. It has to be a game plan, especially against an opponent like Rose. With her footwork, how dangerous she is. Rose's jab was landing all freaking night. She's longer, rangier, better footwork. And then Rose with the takedowns. Her timing was just great. Rose looked good in front of her hometown. Rose looked good. Drew Dober, shout out to Drew Dober. My God, that cut was bad. He wanted to continue to fight. Cody Brundage, illegal elbows again, huh? Our boy Andre Petrosky got it done.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Petrosky. Decent fight night. It's, I wasn't mad at this one at all. Our boy Drew Dober got the bonus as well, too. Yeah, I wasn't mad at this fight night. Not at all. Not at all. Fight night this weekend, a little mad about. Our boy, Superboy, Korean Superboy.
He's back.
Choi Do-Hoy. Did you like that?
Choi. But yeah.
You like that?
I like that. Yeah.
Thank you, man. Yeah. Thank you. Brett Tavares, never mad at him, fighting the Turtle. Brian Kelleher, our boys, fighting Miranda Maverick. Yeah, not terrible. Usman's older brother fighting, or is it his younger brother?
I think it's his younger, but he's just way bigger.
Giant. Yeah. I'm bigger than my brother. Happens, dude. I'm not that. It's not that big of a difference. And they have same dad and mom?
I don't know.
He's so big.
Yeah.
They had him kicking off the prelims. Not a terrible fight. That main event. Come on. The main event. But all good. You got that big paper in England coming up, Daddy. I'll take it. I will freaking take it. People will watch this, but the talk of the town is Mike Perry, Jake Paul. Mike Perry, Jake Paul, by far the best fight. They're getting a little advantageous with the cost of this pay-per-view, but I think people will pay for it. This is by far the toughest test for Jake Paul. If you don't believe that, you don't know fighting. Love both guys. Absolutely adore both guys. They both know this. I talked to both of them. Love both of them. Mike Perry as a dog is not a bad bet. Are the odds is he going to win? It's going to be tough. It's going to be super tough. But Mike Perry as a dog, you just don't know what to expect. You don't know how Jake's going to respond fighting a guy like Mike Perry. And this fight, for as many rounds as it goes, Jake Paul is going to be on his back foot, and he's going to be working the entire. You're fighting a straight dog, man. And he's never fought anybody like this. The fight that he lost to Tommy Fury, dude, you know what Mike Perry do to Tommy Fury? You know what he do to that reality star? That handsome bastard making all the money off Instagram? You know what he do to him? He's a real boxer. Cool. You know what Mike Perry would do to most of these guys? You know what Mike Perry did to Michael Venom Page? But it's bare knuckle. I get it. And MMA would be different. But I'm telling you toss some gloves on him. He's just that dog, whether it's bare knuckle, whether it's MMA. I mean, if you're going to grapple and hump him, whatever. But whether it's MMA, whether it's bare knuckle or boxing, the thing that you can't discredit Mike Perry on is he's a freaking dog, man. A dog. He wins this one, my Lord, dude. It just opens Pandora's box. Jake Paul got some freaking huevos to take Mike Perry on. Some freaking huevos, man. It's a great fight. I'm by far more intrigued about Mike Perry fighting Jake Paul than any other fight Jake Paul's had. The Anderson Silva, all right, older guy. Let's see how he does. It's Anderson Silva. Passed that test, dropped him. That was a good test. Tommy Fury, I don't care about. The Nate Diaz, you could tell didn't want to be in there, but he beat him. But Nate, volume puncher, older, a little slower. But Mike Perry, a dog. Mike Perry, a freaking dog, man. I think by far his most dicey, risky fight. Bar none. Not even close. And at plus 250, looking tasty if you're a betting man. Let's take a little break. If you want to win my truck, go to drivefastallgas.com. Buy some merch, win the truck of your dreams. We are live. Go get some merch because life's too short to drive electric cars. Get you some. This episode of The Schaub Show is brought to you by Trade Coffee. Your boy is a coffee connoisseur, but not just any coffee. I like that small batch special roasted in the US of A. That's right. I'm talking about Trade Coffee. They're changing the way you experience coffee at home. A lot of coffee out there is dull, stale, questionably sourced. You have no idea where it's come from. Not Trade Coffee. Trade curates a wide variety, some of the best small batch specialty roasters in the US of A, and then makes it personalized just for you. From hot or iced, dark roast, decaf, espressos, cold brews, Trade has it all. All right, we got you guys. So give Trade a try this summer. Right now, they're offering you 30% off your first order when you visit drinktrade.com/Schaub show, SCHAUB show, and subscribe. Sign up for any of the subscriptions. You get 30% off. You'll save on your coffee this summer, and they guarantee you'll love your first coffee or they'll replace it for free. That's drinktrade.com/Schaub show for 30% off your subscription. Drinktrade.com/Schaub show. I don't think this goes to the judges. I think somebody's going to get stopped. Odds are Jake Paul clips Perry, but still, at plus 250 in straight boxing, man, not a bad bet. Not a bad bet at all.
You've been with both of them before, so as far as like the size discrepancy, is it that big?
I don't think it's going to be that crazy. I know everyone wants to talk about that, but Jake Paul obviously got enormous to fight Mike Tyson. I thought too thick. I thought he should have used speed and his quickness. That's his and his age is the big advantage there. So I hate when guys go up a weight class and put on all this weight. That's alarming to me. Just like, hold on, you're going up there to have a speed advantage. There's no question about Jake Paul's power. That's there, you know. So you put on all this weight, you're gonna get slower. Oof, I don't like that. But yeah, I don't. And Mike Perry's not a small dude. The height and also the way Mike Perry fights for Jake Paul, he can negate a lot of that reach advantage, a lot of that size advantage. You're just dealing with this little pit bull, man.
Yeah, Luke Rockhold, MVP.
He makes it ugly. It's hard to look pretty against Mike Perry. It's literally impossible. Ask anyone he's fought. Ask anyone he's fought. And they've sparred together too. So we'll see. Big difference. We're talking about practice. Big difference. Big difference. But I'm so intrigued by that fight. I can't wait. Hope I can watch it. Got to go out of town for the travel ball. They don't play at night, though, so hopefully I can watch it. Might be watching on my phone. But it's on DAZN.
Yeah, DAZN. You just said the pay-per-view is like $64.99?
Is it 64 or is it $69.99?
I think it's 64.
Can I get a $24.99?
Anyway, but yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Are you guys going to watch?
Of course. What?
Case?
You going to watch Case?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch. I think Perry wins.
Yeah, I wouldn't be like blown away. I'm like, yeah, it's Mike Perry, man. You're dealing with a freaking savage, dude.
They did when I saw them sparring, not the footage, but the kind of post sparring, and Perry essentially was saying like, "You got me, you got the better of me." So it'll be interesting to see. I don't know how real that is, and like you're saying, we're talking about practice, but I don't know. I just feel like Perry's just different.
Now, if it was like 3 rounds, if like say I had to bet on him going into Jake Paul's gym, it's 3 rounds, and Jake Paul can do his thing, doesn't have to worry about the later rounds. Jake Paul's gonna put it on him. That's not this. That's not this. Was this 8 rounds? Minimum 8 rounds?
I think it was 8 rounds, yeah.
$64.99. Okay, still better than UFC, but you're paying for one fight.
Yeah.
I don't know who else is on the card. 8 rounds.
Right.
Yep. No, click on that. What other fights are you going to see? The first link there. Down. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, this stupid shit.
Marca. Does it give the rest of the card?
I can just Google the fight card, but
Keep going down. I'm sure it's there. There we go. Amanda Serrano. Okay.
oh, remember Uriah Hall?
Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., Uriah Hall. Now, Darren Till was supposed to fight Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., but he can't get into the States.
Oh, that's
It's a
why.
visa issue. A lot of people alluded to his connections with the IRA guy in Ireland. He has ties with him. Who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows? They've been big for Darren Till. But yeah, paying for one fight, though. I love how he puts Amanda Serrano on, That's great. She makes money and she gets an audience, but everyone's paying just to see one fight. That's boxing. It's unfortunate. All right, what do you got, Jen? What'd you do this weekend, Case?
Nice little date night with the lady. Saw a movie, had a little dinner.
What movie?
Maxine.
Maxine.
Yeah, it's like A24 film, and it's like the third in like a series of kind of horror-y, thriller-y things.
Ooh, was it good?
It was really good. Actually, I think you'd really like it because the backdrop of it is like 80s LA and kind of set to the time during the Night Stalker.
Oh, I like
So they
that.
like kind of bounce in and out.
Allude
Allude to it. I wish they would have kind of shown more of that story, but it was cool. It was badass.
Dig it.
And then Sunday played golf with the boys.
Of course.
Of course.
What'd you do, Chen?
Went back to Orange County, hang out with friends.
With the fam or just friends?
Friends, yeah.
Word.
This time.
I'll wait for that Maxine.
Maxine with
on
3
demand.
X's.
I'll wait for everything on demand. That biker movie came out with Tom Hardy.
Did you watch it or no?
No, I can't wait though. I was gonna watch last night, but it's House of Dragon Sundays. I wish I would have known it was the worst episode of the series. It was so boring. It has to be budget cuts or saving because the next episode I assume is gonna be lit. A lot of dragons, a lot of fighting. So it's kind of like the Breaking Bad. You know, some episodes they just take off, like the Fly episode. I assume that's what they did with this. It was so boring. Nothing happened. Not a single punch was thrown. Not a single dragon was shown. Nothing. Wait an hour I will never get back. And I was sunburnt in a bad mood.
You don't look sunburned at all.
Yeah, you know.
You can't tell right now, dude. It's on my shoulders. I wear a tank top and shorts, and boy, did I mess up. I don't believe in sunscreen. What else you got, Jen?
So talking about the fights that just happened this weekend, there's a weird thing that happened on the scales. So you saw Tracy Cortez cut off her hair, and then I'll just actually play the video for you. It's very odd here. So here's Tracy Cortez weighing in.
But this weigh-in is the ceremonial weigh-in. This is the actual weigh-in.
This is
She's still
actual
holding the hair.
Yeah, she's holding the hair.
Weird.
By the way, if you're weighing in, it must be like you're going through so much stuff. You're not even thinking like,
Oh, yeah?
Straight. But she's holding her hair. They tell her not.
Give her the hair.
Yeah, they told her to give her hair to this.
Like, that's why we cut it off.
And then so she weighs in overweight here.
Shave your head.
So check this out. 126.5, so she's 0.5 over. And then she grabs the thing real quick, and then someone says breathe out. And she has her hands up. And then she makes weight. It's just so weird. And Rose Namajunas said it like during the post-fight press conference, she's like, the scales inside the locker room versus the ones at the official ones, they were like off. The ones in the locker room said you were like, I guess, overweight. And then the scales that are actually official, you're underweight.
Well, it
so,
sounds like the ones in the locker room are off. It should be the exact same
of course.
scale.
So everyone's saying like, do digital scales. Don't do this, mechanical scale because it could get kind of,
Yeah. But even digital scales, but they has to be the same one, the exact same
yeah, that's
one.
actually a better idea. Just the exact
Whether you're
same
going to do
one.
this one or the digital, they have to be the exact same,
one, yeah.
exact spot on same. Or they should take the one from the locker room and bring it out to this.
That's even a better idea.
So you're using the exact same scale, so there's no issues.
Yeah. We've seen this before too, but that's kind of because Rose is like, I cut more weight than I needed to,
That's
which is
not
going to
good.
mess her up.
That's
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah. And then speaking of cuts, Drew Dober's cut was probably
Bad.
one of the worst.
He's such a savage.
But then right after
Handsome
they
bastard.
after they fixed it up, he was good to go.
Yeah, they fixed it right there in the back.
So there was a French Canadian TV station that apparently leaked
French
Max
Canadian
Holloway-
TV station. I wonder how they got it.
Max Holloway versus Ilia Topuria for the Sphere. That's like the main.
Yeah, you got to do something because Dana said it's going to be the greatest combat sports fight in history, visually and all that. So you'd have to have a main event. So it'd be Ilia Topuria, Max Holloway,
And then-
Sugar, and Marab. That would do it. I thought it was going to be Connor and Chandler, but that's tasty. That's tasty.
Definitely tasty.
That'd be insane.
Yeah. So there you go with that.
And they asked Sean about fighting Topuria, and he was like, I think Max beats him. We'll see.
Do you think Max?
I hope Max does.
I know you hope.
Yeah, Max, my guy. I hope Max does.
That'd be an incredible story if he actually beats Topuria
Then you do Max
at
Sugar,
the Sphere too.
super fight.
Dude, those two, that would be
That's a fun
insane.
fight.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
All right. So Casey actually brought this to my attention this morning. Jon Jones. Remember that one time that he got tested by those agents and one said, he was being like aggressive and this and that?
Then they're like hugging in the back.
Yeah, which is so
She's
weird.
all later, homies. All later.
But so Jones was officially charged with 2 misdemeanors, and I'll show you the ones that they are here.
Nothing's going to come from this.
Petty misdemeanor, interference with communications. Oh, assault, which is a petty misdemeanor.
Nothing to come from this. The biggest thing is, do you see John said he cut his finger off?
Yes, so that's the next one. And he deleted the tweets too. So here's like all of them.
Getting half my finger cut off in Las Vegas airport. I think he's exaggerating.
And I don't know if these are replies to other things, but it sounds weird regardless. Do not come my hand.
Probably hard to text.
Do not
one
call
finger,
me.
dog. Lose the finger, He's probably like, oh,
If it's his
goddamn.
thumb, yeah, it'd be tough,
And there's
dude.
like blood on the screen. It's like, God damn. You know how it gets, like if you even get a drop of water, it's chaos.
yeah.
You're like, no, it just says something racist. You're like, whoa, come on, iPhone. Dude, I think he's exaggerating. He didn't get half his finger cut off. Let's hope. But then also, let's say his finger was gone and he couldn't fight. Stipe, what do you do? What the hell do you do? The UFC's like, what do you do? You got John waiting, just kind of holding up the division. You got Connor looming over there. You're like, come on, dude. Yeah, for John, that'd be bad. He fought Cyril Gane over 500 days ago. What do you do if you're the UFC? For Stipe, they're going to be like, hey, listen, John got his finger off. So he's going to be out a little longer. You're fighting Tommy Aspinall or just retire. You'd have to strip John. I get what he's done. You'd have to strip and make Tom Aspinall the unified heavyweight champion of the world. And then you'd have Aspinall versus Alex. Let's take a little break, because if you've gotten some merch from drivefastallgas.com trying to win that truck, you'll see when you check out, it is powered by Shopify. When you're starting a new business, you got an online store, or you're trying to give away a badass truck, you'll want a powerful Shopify business behind you. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business, to I think I'm going to build a badass truck and give it away, to oh my God, we just hit 1 million order stage. That's where Shopify's at. They're there to help you grow. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout, up to 36% better compared to other leading commerce platforms. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the US of A. Plus, Shopify's extensive help resource, we use them all the time. We're having a lot of issues. We use them all the time. And their customer support is fantastic, because businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Schaub, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Schaub, all lowercase. Right now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Schaub. Cha-ching! DriveFastAllGas.com. Win that truck.
Speaking of that, so Alex recently said that he would. It's not about the opponent; it's about the title, right? So he's saying that Tom Aspinall has the interim title.
Yeah.
So the only person he would want to fight at heavyweight is John.
I'm with Alex on this. If we're gonna do it, it has to be for all the marbles. Can't be interim, because I don't. His future's not at heavyweight. So I think you have to fight John for all the marbles. Mm-hmm. You fight Tom. You get through that, and then John can see your movement, how you're looking at heavyweight, and then you got to fight John like it's a nightmare. No. One time thing, and I'm out. You fight John right away. And that's a fight. And I feel like the UFC, what gives the UFC advantage, they give us the fights we want to see, and you got to strike while iron's hot. And I think if we wait at Alex's age and John cutting his fingers off randomly and doing all this wild shit, you got to strike while iron's hot, and you make that fight now. But Stipe's next in line. But Tom Aspinall, shut up. Just this is what we want to see. And you do it. Everyone can be upset, but everyone's going to watch. Everyone's going to buy that pay-per-view.
So by end of this year, then, not like.
Yeah, because Alex is like, man, I'd really like to fight in like November, December. I need a break. It's like, my man, you've earned it. But let's fight Jon Jones. That fight be crazy. Or is it crazy? Or does Jon just take him down right away and crucifix him and pound his face?
Even without a finger, right? I mean, sure, he's good. As long as it heals.
Jon without a finger is still the best in the world.
Yeah. Okay. The ESPYs, speaking of Sean O'Malley, the ESPYs came out and a lot of people.
Talk about falling off. The
What do you mean?
ESPYs, I didn't even know they were on.
Neither did I. Yeah, well, I don't watch this anyways. But anyway, they said the best UFC fighter was Sean O'Malley. And the fans were just like Alex Pereira all the way.
Yeah,
So
I
they
don't
were
know how you
getting
don't
hate.
give it to Alex.
Yeah.
But still, Sean did a big year. I get it.
He's
But how you
awesome.
don't give it to Alex is wild. And also, there's a lot of hate for Sean, so there's that too. But to say he doesn't deserve it's wild. That doesn't make sense.
Not that he doesn't
But
deserve
Sean,
it.
but Alex definitely.
But Alex is
yeah,
like, come on. Yeah.
Short notice. Simone Biles, best team, South Carolina. Yeah, this is all their.
There's a
woke,
bunch of
this is all their woke shit. Jaden Daniels, Terrence Crawford, Mbappe.
How do you feel about this case, Scotty Scheffler? Is that?
Oh yeah, he's the
deserved it?
man.
I don't know. I don't follow.
Even I know that.
Yeah, Jon.
Idiot.
All right.
What's
Hey,
with this
dude.
guy?
What's with this guy?
Come on. Golf? Which is a great sport, by the way. All right. So check this out. Dustin Poirier was on Ariel's show, and he mentioned how, like, he did the auction for his shorts, fight shorts and stuff, and someone fell out, and then Khabib actually was going to do it, or he's going to buy it. And then since that happened, Conor McGregor started tweeting a bunch about,
That boy's wild.
about Dustin's foundation being a scam.
I love him, but he's wild, dude. Scammers, him and his wife, scammers. Buy the shorts that he quit in the most important fight of his life. Scammers, him and his wife, scammers. Broke scammer alert. But how's it a scam?
I don't know.
That's a new thing. Like, on my giveaway truck, people are like, oh, this thing's a scam. It's like, how? There has to, you got to come up with something more creative than that if you're going to hate. That doesn't work. Like, this is a scam. So if Khabib saves the day and donates all the money,
And it's helping all these
he gives
people.
it a charity, that's a scam? It doesn't make sense. Connor's usually more creative than
But Conor does say like some crazy stuff.
that. Wild stuff.
Yeah. All right. I didn't know this, but Paddy Pimblett's next fight against Bobby Green is going to be the last on his contract. So he said he's open to boxing YouTubers if the money's good, but he wants to renegotiate, obviously, with the UFC.
It's gonna be interesting what money he asked for.
It's got to be huge if he wins.
Huge. Yeah, I know. He's going to demand huge money because he was making more money before he fought in the UFC. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I think we talked.
He's
about
making
this.
more money. Yeah, when he was on Food Truck Diaries, when we did in San Diego, he was like, yeah, I took a pay cut to fight in the UFC. He's like, I was selling out arenas way before this, being the main event. So we'll see. But he has to win this one. He doesn't win this one, different contract. Well, I've been there, buddy. Not at your level. Well, I was ranked Tiger, but not at your level. I fought Matt Mitrione, and they wanted to renegotiate for that. And I went, no, let me win this one, then we'll renegotiate. You're banking on yourself. It's the best thing to do. But heavy lies the crown, man, because you lose. Oh, doggy. They're not nice. You're not going to get a fun contract.
And they'll make you fight someone that's really
Yeah, then they
outside
give
you.
you a horrible matchup. It's a nightmare. Them the rules.
Them's the rules. Okay, so remember, what the fuck? MVP. Oh, Ian Gary was saying that MVP's camp, whatever, hit up his camp to get some like information they were going to pay him. So a fighter from Ian Gary's camp actually admitted that he got a phone call and an email about someone saying like, yo, if you could just film some of Ian Gary's stuff, to get some, ideas out of him,
Inside?
and then yeah, so MMA Fighting actually found out that there is a voicemail, whatever. Email and text messages from someone from
Michael Van Page's camp?
yeah,
Weird.
or just a British accented dude or whatever.
Weird.
So
Because
$10,000.
I don't know what value that would give you. I guess if you were giving away his game plan.
I mean, if he's filming inside this, the camp, and this guy's not even like close friends with Ian Gary at all.
of course not.
He's just like someone at the gym. So, but he actually came out to say it, so he's putting himself out there. And the MMA Fighting did have those, that proof.
He
Oh, yeah,
said,
so female, not
even though I'm not
female.
close to Gary, he's a member of my team. It's about loyalty. It's a lot of effing money, and I need it, but I can't. Don't get me wrong, brother. Man,
And
10
that's-
G's. Good Lord.
For info, yeah. And that's the dude right there.
2-0. Yeah, got at his level.
Mateus
Definitely
Terra.
could use the money. I just don't know what value that would. All right. Unless it was like night before the fight, going over specific game plan things. Like, I'm going to do this in the first round, the second round.
I mean,
third
how
round.
much would it help you if you saw someone training, like your opponent training, right? And then someone has a
But with Ian
phone.
Gary and his style, it's like you can watch Ian Gary
fighting.
fighting
Yeah.
and get the same results. You know, he doesn't really. It's not like he has this vast tools.
Yeah, I don't know. But 10 grand, 10 grand for that information, that's a lot of money.
It's a ton of money.
Yeah. Okay, this is just a quick one. Francis Ngannou is and the PFL together, they're launching an African MMA series in Africa.
And that's one of the reasons Ngannou signed with PFL, because the UFC, I don't think, was open to doing that. They say it's a nightmare to do that stuff, so we'll see if it comes to fruition. I still stand by the fact that Francis will never fight in the PFL. Neither will Jake Paul.
We shall see.
Just faces, and it boosts the stock, but I don't think you'll see either of them fight.
So more boxing then?
More boxing for Francis, yeah. That's where the money's at. You just can go to PFL and fight that Brazilian monster nobody's ever heard of for way less money, or you can fight a Deontay Wilder or some of these other guys and make bank.
He did
in
say
Saudi.
that his opponents would get like at least what, $1 million or $2 million. So he must be making,
Money.
yeah, if he does fight in PFL.
Yeah, when Ngannou was on Food Truck, he was like, I'm not special. There's like 1 million guys walk around Africa that look like me and can fight better. You're like, what? He's like, that's why I want to open up paths for them to get to the UFC. That's when he was to the UFC, so he'll probably say paths get to the PFL, but you mean UFC. There's no dude in Africa be like, God, I hope I get to the PFL.
I mean, most fighters don't.
No.
Yeah.
That's like saying, God, I hope I get to the CFL.
Yeah.
Don't you want to aim for the NFL? What else you got?
Wait, what's the equivalent to NBA? What's the one below it? Is there one?
NBDL?
NBDL?
NBDL or something like that.
Okay, but there is one that's underneath that
Yeah, but
no
at
one
least it's
strives
still
for.
associated with the NBA.
Oh, okay.
So if you do well there, you get straight to the NBA. So it'd be like Contender Series. That'd be
Oh,
the
okay.
equivalent. If you do well in Contender Series, you go right to the UFC. You do well in the NBDL, you go right to the NBA. Do good in Contender Series, you go right to the UFC.
So that guy that the last person to beat Pereira in kickboxing, apparently there's talks about him potentially going to the Contender Series
Of course.
and getting in there.
Of course. But you know the background on that? Most people think Pierre won that fight.
Oh, there's a split, and then
It's one, yeah. Most people thought Pierre won, and also Pierre, he didn't want to renegotiate his contract. He wanted to get out of his
okay,
contract.
now I did.
So he's like, dude, Pierre was like, I get it. I did the same thing when I was trying to fight Izzy. Like I was claiming I beat him. He's like, but with this, it's different. He's like, there's something going on there with the judges. This is my last fight on the contract. I was going to leave. You're staying. Of course, they give you the nod. What's this? John Anik thinks he's unqualified, but would love nothing more than the UFC matchmaker job.
yeah. So on his most
He could
recent,
do it.
Yeah, on the most recent podcast, he was saying like he would actually put the mic down to become a matchmaker for the UFC, and he's great at like because he's a gambler, right? So he knows all the stats and everything. So
Only problem is you got to be a bit of a savage.
yeah, and he's
John's
just
such a nice
I see
guy.
he's just too cool, dude.
He's such a nice guy. You
Yeah.
got to be a bit of a savage to negotiate, and guys are being difficult. You got to be a bit of a savage. John's too nice. I'm too nice. Like that's not on the cards for me. John could do it. He's a smart ass dude. He could do anything he
Oh yeah,
wants.
for sure.
I don't know if he wants that job though. You know,
No, he said he wants it.
he does.
He definitely wants it. Yeah, he said he'll put down the mic for that job at some point.
He
And-
says that, but being the announcer is a way better gig.
But I mean, it's got to be. I mean, they're both tough jobs, I'm sure. But dude, the stuff that he does is so freaking tough, man. To memorize everything and then be a good broadcaster on the spot.
But these matchmakers, dude, you're going to local fights. You're going to you going to other promotions, looking at the talent, you're looking at the young crop, you're flying to England, you're flying Brazil, China. He wants to be around more for his kids, because he's commentating all these shows, but that's tough, man.
I guess they're both super tough.
Yes,
Yeah.
tough gigs. Awesome gigs.
Tons of money, I'm sure, too.
Have you guys watched the Hard Knocks on the Giants?
Yeah.
I watched them like, I could be a GM.
Oh, yeah.
Me and my brother called, me and my brother watching, he calls, he's like, I feel like we could do this job. I'm like, yeah, you think? This rich kid who now I have a bad track record because I picked Ryan Leaf over Peyton Manning back in the day. Never going to live that one down. But you watch that, like, I could do that gig easily.
Yeah, it is cool to see though, and I feel like anybody who like kind of plays like an NFL video game, like here's your cap, here's your guys, here's who's available. Here, it's like
Yeah, I've been doing it since Tecmo Ball days,
exactly.
baby. I got experience. What's your experience? Tecmo Ball, bitch. Fantasy football. I've been organizing Madden teams since I was 10. Does that count? Then playing in the minors, NCAA, does that count? Then create my own character, build him up from nothing, getting all 99s. His name was T. Jaxxon. Does that count? What else you got, dude? Any other stupid fucking questions, rich owner? Give me the gig, dude. That's what I would do. I don't know if I'd be good at that either. I have my favorites. Even as a kid, I had my favorite. They weren't the best, but there's something I liked about them I'd cling on to. Tell you what, if I was the MLB manager for the Rockies or the Dodgers, I'd have drafted that kid. I think he went 6. He's 6'5", 240. He's a pitcher and super power hitter for the Florida Gators. Handsome bastard. Reminds me of Tiger. I hope Tiger's half the player this guy is. This dude is such a monster. His teammate, he plays in the SEC. His teammate, there he is.
I just put the weight.
Oh, there he is. Jack Callag.
This guy?
Yeah, that's him. That's him right there. He's great. Yeah, he reminds me of Tiger. We watch all his games because, he's big, so Tiger likes to watch him. He's a power hitter, although he's a lefty. His teammate got thrown out of the game for celebrating, or he got mad or something for a strikeout, and they threw him out of the game. This dude comes up at the next at-bat and hits a grand slam and just walked and showed no emotion. He's all...
the anti-celebration.
Yeah, and his teammates were like, hit him on the head, and he just pretended he didn't even notice. He's a savage, dude. If you like baseball, and my favorite thing to watch is college baseball, but this kid is a fucking monster. Yeah, reminds me of T. That's why I love him. Let's take a little break because this episode of the Schaub Show is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Insurance can be overwhelming, man. You're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? It costs so much money. Not with Progressive. Drivers who save by switching to Progressive, they save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Discounts for having multiple vehicles on your policy, being a homeowner, and so much more. Multitask right now while you're doing, but not driving, hopefully, but multitask right now. Quote your car insurance at progressive.com to join over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. And they got you covered 24/7, 365 days a year, so you're protected no matter what. Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates, national average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations. Progressive. This episode of the Schaub Show is also brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts. I'm always up there harassing these guys for all sorts of stuff for my 20-year-old F-150 Lightning. They have it all. There's one freaking 6 blocks from my house, and they want to keep my car on the road. They're in the business of keeping your car on the road. O'Reilly Auto Parts offers friendly, helpful service and parts knowledge you need for all your maintenance and repairs. Whatever you're looking for, they got you covered. I need a special spray paint for my bumper. They had it. I need some special screwdriver. They had it. Special tools, you can rent them, return it. They got you covered, man. If they don't, they order it, shows up next day, or they have in the back. Always ask in the back. There's all sorts of stuff in the back. All right? Whatever you got, O'Reilly Auto Parts got you covered, man. Again, they're super helpful, knowledgeable, and best of all, super friendly. The Professional Parts at O'Reilly Auto Parts is your one-stop shop for all things do-it-yourself, and you can find what you need in store or online. So stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Where else are you going to go? O'Reilly Auto Parts. Visit them at O'ReillyAuto.com/Schaub. That's O'ReillyAuto.com/Schaub. O'Reilly. What else you got?
So I think this is the most recent episode of the Jaxxon podcast with Rampage Jaxxon. And Alistair Overeem was on it, and then he mentioned something like,
He has a trans daughter.
yeah, he has a daughter, but he's like,
even if you feel that way. So basically, he said, and this is where it gets dicey. So he says, I think he has 3 kids, and he goes, I have a trans daughter. I blame the tablet. He goes, because I wasn't there, and I'd come back. And
so you know about all this then?
Yeah, come on.
I don't know.
It's my job, Daddy. So he would say, he's on the Jaxxon podcast, and he's like, they're like, you have 3 kids? Like, yeah, and one of them's woke. And it's like, I don't know if I'd say that's woke. And he was like, because she was always on the tablet. So now she is transitioned to a he.
She calls himself a man.
Yes.
Yeah.
My thing with all this, as a parent, as a fighter, I get the frustration of Alistair, right? It's a tough. You don't want that. You don't wish that upon anybody. Like if they were born that way and wired that way, it's not the tablet, so it's not good. I can see how Alistair feels that way, but what you don't do is go on a big podcast and talk about it that way. That's what you don't do. Because I would assume his daughter, that's now,
I think it's the oldest daughter, right? So
yeah, I would assume he. I'm not trying to disrespect, but I assume he feels isolated already from her dad, and he goes on a public platform and says that, bud, you're not helping anybody here. That poor girl, guy, it's awful. It's not good. And the key there too, like being a parent. But I'll tell you this: being a parent is the toughest job in the world if you're a good parent. It's the toughest job in the world if you're a good parent and you're present. It takes a lot of work, man, and it's 24/7. So when people go, parenting's easy, you're not doing it right. You're not doing it, man. It's tough if you're present and you give a fuck. So when he's like, she's always on the tablet, well, you're the dad. And he alluded to, I was in America doing my thing. Hold on. If I'm Bear there, who's the host, I love Bear, I'd have went, you keep just kind of breezing over doing my thing. You weren't around doing my thing. What's doing my thing? You mean not being a dad? Not being present? And now you're upset she's always on the tablet? That's on you, bud. That's on you. Now you're upset that she has these woke ideology,
Yeah,
it's like, that's on you, bud.
He thinks it's coming from the woke stuff that she sees or he sees. I don't know.
No, you got to take accountability. You weren't there, bud. And now you're upset the way it turned out?
And he did say he doesn't address that person as a he just continues to call, her whatever.
Very old school, right? Very, very old school from Amsterdam. I can understand that, how he feels that when he's probably hurt. But bud, the work, you missed all the work. The ages from 1 to fucking 10, you missed all the work. You missed the hardest part of the gig, bud. And now you're upset the way the results turned out? That's on you, man. Take accountability. Don't breeze over going, doing my thing. The fuck does that mean? You mean not being present? I would come home, and the mom would give her the tablet. Well, you're the dad. So if you weren't a fan of the tablet, which my kids don't get iPads for a reason, or have social media, but if you weren't a fan of your kid having a tablet, which you're right, good job, do something about it. Don't go do your thing, as he said, in America. Again, being a parent, some people are like, it's not too bad, man. When I hear that, I'm like, you're a bad dad. You're a bad dad. All good, bad dad. Being a parent's the toughest job in the world if you're putting effort in. It's nonstop. It's nonstop, man. Even if you have great kids, it's a lot of work, dude. If you give a fuck. So he has to take accountability. You're mad at what happened with the end result, but you weren't around to help that kid out. Try and figure out the feelings. Maybe there were signs. You weren't around. You were doing your thing. Take accountability, man. That's on you. And also, maybe, she's trans. She said identifies as trans, identifies as a he, but it's not 1999. If that's the way the kid feels, and that's where she's at right now, you gotta embrace it, man. That's what it is. But you going on a public platform and degrading him and saying, "Oh, I just don't get down with that." But it's not about you, bud. It's about that kid. Think how he feels. Think how he's feeling right now. His dad's Alistair Overeem went on a podcast, said, I refuse to call him he. It's not up to you, dude. You should have laid the groundwork years ago. But to use your exact phrase, I was doing my thing. The fuck out of here. And I like Alistair Overeem.
Yeah, it's a
legend.
Super complicated.
It's not complicated, Chin. It's not complicated. It's
not.
It's not complicated because that's what it is. What makes it complicated is you not accepting the fact and taking accountability. You weren't there as a dad, and now you're upset the way that kid turned out. That's bullshit. And now you're isolating that kid even more. It's a tough. We can say all we want. Gay Pride Month in June, transgender this, we loud and proud. I'm all cool. Do your thing. Do your thing. But anybody that chooses that life or was born in that body and they're wired that way, it's not an easy fucking gig, man. Nobody wants that gig. It's a tough road. You know how much further would have went if this Alistair Overeem were the best of all time, this badass? Like, yeah, it is what it is, man. I support her. You don't need to paint your nails and do all this crazy shit, See some of these dads doing. Think how Ben Affleck feels right now. He's probably making fucking Argo or fucking Goodwill Hunting, and then the kid won't take the mask off, demanding more mask mandates. You can't be mad, dude. You weren't around. That's how it goes. You weren't around. That kid needs guidance. You weren't there to provide guidance. Now this kid's doing some wild shit because they see it on the internet. Well, how'd they get the internet? Who bought them the tablet? How do they have access to it? And now you're upset? That's on you. But how much further would have gone for Alistair, who wasn't around when that kid was a baby, trying to figure the world out, clearly having some confusion, clearly looking for guidance, and you're out doing your thing. There's clearly a separation if he's talking about him this way. How much further would have went? The gap's like this between you and your son right now. Your gap's like fucking like this because you were out doing your thing. How much further would have been if you would have just accepted some of it? Yeah, I don't understand it, man, but I support him if that's what he wants to do. I just don't understand it. I don't. I'm old school. I'm from Amsterdam. I'm one of the best fighters to ever do it. I just can't understand it. But if that's what he wants to do, I support him,
That would be the best way to go. If
that's the way to handle it, even if you feel otherwise. Because what you're doing now is ostracizing. You're creating more of a gap between you and your child. And you weren't around as a father, you take no accountability and going, I was doing my thing. Motherfucker. Again, and I like Alistair Overeem. I don't condone this behavior. That's not good.
The way he's handling it, you mean?
Fuck no, dude.
Yeah. So
no.
There's a tough balance though, right? Like, so when you say doing his thing, he's going out making money for the family. So it's a tough balance, right? You have to find out time to be with your kids and also make money he's the breadwinner of the family.
Of course.
So that's a tough, how do you handle that balance, man?
It's tough. But I think when he says doing my thing could mean he's living in the United States doing his thing, probably out. He's not with the mother.
That I don't know.
Yeah, I do. So he's out with, not with the mom doing his thing while she's back home trying to navigate man, we need to some male energy in this fucking household. He's not around, It's a tough balance. Whether you're a professional athlete, comic, something has to give. Something has to give.
Yeah. Well.
But here's the thing too. He's been fighting since he was young, dude. Yeah. So it's tough because, heavy lies the crown. You want to be the best striker in the world. He got there. At what cost? At what cost? And was it worth it? Because in order to be a successful athlete of any endeavor, professional, to be a successful comic, you have to be a bit of a narcissist People are like, no, I'm a bit of a narcissist and very selfish. It's just what it takes to get to the top. It's just what it takes. I don't care who you are. That's what it takes to be an elite person. You got to be a bit of a narcissist and believe the world revolves around you. You have a team around you that they depend on you. They eat around you. They tell you what decisions to help make. It's a very narcissist job. It is, man. And it's gonna cost you some things, like a relationship with your kids, your wife, your girlfriend. It's tough. And any of that high low, look at Navy SEALs, the ultimate badasses. You ever seen the divorce rate of Navy SEALs?
I mean, divorce rates, period, are fucking bad.
Look at Navy SEAL divorce rates. It's through the fucking roof. It takes to be that elite, man. It's tough to give yourself to anything else.
Oh, snap. 90%.
What were we saying about divorce rates?
Over 90%.
You think I brought this up because it was fucking close?
No, because divorce rates are already like 51%, right? For regular, just
here's the problem with
people.
Those are skewed. So you gotta be careful with that. So a lot of the young listeners or the young people say, well, I don't believe in marriage because the divorce rate's over 53% or 56%. Cool. Do you know a lot of those divorce rates count? There's a lot of people that get married several times. They're counted into that statistics. There's a ton of people that get married. Clearly, they're the problem. They get married, divorce, married, divorce, married, divorce. A lot of those numbers, you got to be careful of those numbers. It's easy to hang your head on if you're single and you don't have a girlfriend. I'm not getting married. Half the people just get divorced anyway. Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
But no,
you got to be careful with statistics.
This is real. Over 90%.
Over 9%.
Is crazy. That's
again
insane.
To be a Navy SEAL. And thank God for Navy SEAls.
Yeah.
But someone has to pay the cost. So when those guys come back from protecting your freedom, how they're not covered for the rest, minimum 6 figures for anyone that was in special forces. Minimum 6 figures for not only those guys, but veterans as well. What they've done for the country, no matter how you feel about the conflicts that go on, they're still doing their job. They're not the ones making the decisions. They're doing their job, and they have this special set of skills, and a lot is sacrificed. Their family, their personal life. Then they come back, oh, but just get a job. They should never have to work again. Everything should be taken care of.
Agree.
If you can send that money to fucking Ukraine, but you can't take care of the veterans, fuck you, man. What are we doing? Don't get me started, Jen. But yeah, 90%. You're talking about the elite of the elite, dude. Yeah. Anybody who's elite, something's going to sacrifice. On the personal, there's no way you're going to be the tip of the fucking spear Navy SEAL, tip of the spear UFC fighter, tip of the spear glory world champion kickboxer, K1 champion, UFC champion, Strikeforce champion, and then be this award-winning dad. Something has to give. So when people just think about CTE and low pay, no. You got to realize what they're sacrificing to achieve what they've achieved. All the belts and stuff is cool, but at the end of the day, how's your family life, man? I'd assume not fucking good. That's what they're sacrificing. So yeah, we talk about low pay. Fuck, it's more than that they're sacrificing. Their brain, their health, yeah, that's the future that's coming. But their personal life is what they're sacrificing. It's a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. But that's what it takes. You can't do both. It's literally, and you think Michael Jordan was a good dad? For one fucking second, you think Michael Jordan was an awesome dad? You think he was around all the time with that imagine that's your dad with that fucking killer mentality. The dude wouldn't let you win in fucking horse. You think he was this awesome dad? Now, the kids don't know any different from their perspective. Yeah, man, he always bought us things and did us this. But for a dad actually that's present all the time, you can't be Michael Jordan. It's impossible. It's impossible. You think Trump was an awesome dad? Building fucking empires, Fortune 500 companies, hotels everywhere, golf courses, trying to take over the world, doing the Apprentice show? No, you can't. You don't know. I do know. It's fucking impossible, dude. Something has to give. What's it worth? But when it comes to Navy SEALs, the special forces, so you know they're putting their lives on the line, but they're putting their families on the line. And they come back and they have nothing. You tell me what's wrong with that. That's fucked up.
That is fucked up.
That upsets me. A lot more is being sacrificed than just them, fighting for your freedom. Their relationships with their kids, their wives, it's a fucking disaster. And there's a reason why the divorce rate is over 90%, because they're never home, because they're doing missions to protect your ass. And you want to burn the flag? Are you out of your fucking mind? What else you got?
I don't know how we got there, but I hear
we
you.
started, dude.
Yeah. Also,
I might get demonetized or flagged on YouTube for being too American. Suck my dick. That's where I'm at these days.
Good. All right. So also on the podcast,
Dude, I fly the biggest flag in my front lawn right now. The biggest. What else you got?
after the weekend, right? Or always?
Always.
All right. So also on
You
the
think
Jaxxon,
I needed this weekend to fly a flag, Chin? Huh?
dude, that was so gangster. I love that.
How can you not?
Yeah.
Whether you're left or right, how can I go, oof, that was gangster. You
So
got to give it
gangster,
up.
yeah, yeah.
You have to give it up. I don't give a fuck what side you're on. Like, okay, that's America, dude. That's America at its finest. You try and take him out, and that dude gets up and goes, hold on. Fight. It's like, whoa, that's America in a nutshell. That's in all of our DNA. And one guy has trouble walking up the stairs. What else you got? Chin.
As I was saying, also on the I agree with you. Also on the Jaxxon podcast, so TJ Dillashaw, I'm not sure if this is like when he I don't know if he's been on it multiple times, but this is a more recent interview.
He's on there a lot, yeah.
Okay. So he was kind of talking smack on Anthony Smith, and I'll just play this clip. It's pretty short.
TJ, the most asked question in our Jaxxon podcast, do we think Anthony Smith has what it takes to be a light heavyweight?
Why is that the most asked question?
Whoa.
That's another thing.
TJ,
come on.
You're a two-time world champion. You did it in the UFC. Let other people have a little shine. You don't got to kill his dude
I'm not
like
trying
that.
to, dude. I just he's not good
Tough
enough.
to say.
Like he gives up. Have you?
Lionheart.
I've watched him give his
Lionheart.
His name is Lionheart.
That's a
Lionheart. What is the nickname?
Would he give himself that?
It means to be with a lion.
Did he give himself that name or what?
Oh my God,
he gives up in there, bro.
Wow.
Okay, the second round, he doesn't even try to fucking stand up. Roman's on his back. He doesn't even try to stand up.
He took the fight on a week's notice.
Shit, I'm fighting until I die, dog. I'm fighting with one arm. I'm doing whatever.
Joe, you a different breed.
TJ's a different animal.
You a different breed. That's why you're on the podcast. That's why you a co
You gotta say,
TJ, if you...
He went hard on, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's earned the right, you know, with the things he's done. TJ's one of those guys who could take his brain, his mentality. I mean, he's a world champion, whatever body you put him in. The two, you know, I've never been around Kobe. They always call it the Mamba mentality. The people I know that are close to that, if not superior, would be TJ and Ronda. Their mentalities, good God, dude. Exhausting. Because they win at all costs, and you got to kill them in there, and I'm not cut from that cloth. Savage, dude. With Anthony Smith, odds are TJ's right. Probably won't be champ. He's also older, man. He also has like 50 fucking fights.
He has a ton of fights, yeah.
He's a savage. To say he doesn't deserve the name Lionheart, I don't agree with that. You know, like Anthony Smith has done a lot, man. You know, he's a long career, a lot of fights, regional scene, UFC, like. Anthony Smith is a fucking dog, man. He's great at commentating too. Good family man.
Yeah.
Like beast. There's also no need for it. There's no need. I don't know what it is. I don't know we live in this world where Anthony Smith's a good dude. Anthony Smith, UFC veteran, man. It's this brotherhood, you know? Brother and sisterhood with the female fighters. Like you protect each other, man. Unless you want to get a fight with them. If you're trying to line up for a fight, then I get this narrative. Yeah, talk your shit. But Anthony's catching strays for what? It's a good career, man. Was he a champion like TJ? No. It's all good. 99% of us aren't. I mean, they're bad fighters. You know? I don't like it. There's no reason. Again, if you're trying to line up a fight and there's rumblings of it, all right, do your thing, try and get the fight, talk shit. But here, no. The only issue is TJ Dillashaw, one of a kind. When he says, I'm fighting until the day I die, yep.
So he's been that way, because obviously he was popped, but he's always been that way, you're saying?
Take all that out. That's the problem with people. Like with Lance Armstrong. Dude, you think those drugs made him that good? No. Everyone was doing it. His mentality, they're fucking different, dude. TJ is different. TJ is a fucking dog, man. In training, dude, if you got one on him, good fucking luck. He's playing for keeps. Knocked so many dudes out in training. He's a problem.
That is a problem.
He's a problem.
Yeah.
But again, if you're a coach, that's the guy. TJ's a fucking savage, dude. Savage.
You said Dominic Cruz too, right? It's
savage.
Mentally,
savage.
Yeah. They're
just different. And they're different amongst the elite. They're different amongst the one percenters. It's like there's guys who are in the military, right? Badasses, dude. In shape, badasses. Outliers. Then there's the tip of the spear special forces guys. So there's UFC fighters, like me and Anthony, and then there's the 1% of the 1%. TJ, Dominic Cruz, Jon Jones, the elite.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's in all aspect of life. It's like that in NFL, NBA. There's guys who get there based off in the MLB. Guys who get there off hard work, man. Their work ethic is second to none. They're pretty skilled. But their work ethic, dude, good luck. When you're up at 6, they're up at 4. When you leave at 5, they leave at 7. And it's been that way since they were kids. And they're going to go far. Then you get those 1%ers of the 1% they're so fucking talented and their mentality is so rare. There's no quit in them, no matter what. And they have that work ethic. So it goes. And those are your world champions.
Okay, so Hamzat has been getting some flack because I guess he was doing a 1-minute fight with a YouTuber.
As the kids say, this guy's taking a lot of L's.
Yeah, but then, obviously he pulled out of his fight with Whitaker.
Just fight a real fight.
And he looked he didn't look like he was injured at all.
No.
So
the kid also has on some shoes.
Yeah. But he went hard. He went really hard on this dude. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so the main point of this whole thing is people are giving him crap because
he pulled out of fight. YouTubers. I also don't get this new thing where professional fighters are beating up non-professional fighters. That's weird to me. That's this new thing. And obviously Hamzat has the Bitcoin scam too.
Oh yeah, that stuff.
It's been tough, man, for him lately.
But
nobody on his team was like, "Hey, man, you pulled out the last fight. I don't know if it's the best look to fight this YouTuber. You're bringing a lot of flat. Did you think this was going to go well?
And I wonder,
coming off the scam of the Bitcoin thing, just mishandling
a lot of things,
just mishandling.
But I mean, I don't know when this actually took place. It could have been reported earlier.
This could have been a year ago. It's a good point.
I don't know yet. Okay, so have you seen the David Goggins, Sean Strickland stuff online?
Where did it all? I saw it, but where did this all start? And again, why does Sean keep calling out non-MMA guys?
I know. But by the way, I think Sean's just trying to poke, just to get clout. I think that's what he's doing.
And wasn't this his issue with everything? People are just doing this for clout and do it for engagement. I'm a real fighter, and then I feel like it's always something now.
It became.
Did David Goggins call him out, or did David Goggins? No. Remember, did David Goggins get mad because Sean beat up that Navy SEAL?
No. Sean was talking about the way he trains versus military people. He would. I don't know. I'm paraphrasing. He would destroy these people in training, and then he called out specifically David Goggins before, saying he's a fraud. So then David Goggins responded saying dude, train with me for I think 3 times and then I'll go and spar with you.
See, I don't David's damn near, I think he's over 50. He's 51 or something like that.
He's 50 something, yeah.
So like it should be, if Sean wants to talk this shit, which do your thing and get views and clicks, but that was exactly what you're talking about, being an influencer, right? So now you're dabbling in that territory, dipping your toe in that pool, and you look at anything that's trending, he has a comment about. It's like, man, you're doing the influencer thing. You're doing the influencer thing. So with David Goggins, I don't want to see him fight. That's stupid. That also doesn't justify anything. So for that Navy SEAL coming in there, him beating him up, the Navy SEAL's not trained in that. Give that Navy SEAL a knife. Let me know how it goes.
Gun, knife, yeah.
Yeah, let me know how it goes for you. But also, I want to see Sean Strickland get out of his comfort zone and go train with David Goggins. He doesn't need 3 days. I've seen David Goggins train. Ask Tony Ferguson. And that was David Goggins' diet. Coke, David Goggins. That ain't the real thing.
Diet Coke.
There's no UFC fighters that are going to jump in with David Goggins and finish his workout. But I just don't. I don't know how you go for a guy like that. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
So either way, so Goggins did call him out, said he would, do the 3 training sessions, and I'll do a sparring match with you. And then Strickland posted this video.
And Brian commented on this. He's like, I don't see you guys do it. I don't see you guys dance. I was like, gay. Horrible take, dude.
No, but Strickland just...
Brian's an influencer now.
Yeah, well.
What's this?
So Strickland basically ate crow and said, okay, I was just angry and this and that.
Guys, if I had to be completely honest, I think I'm just bored and angry.
Like, know your fan base too, Sean. A lot of people are pro-military.
Fight to get my shot. What does one do? I'm bored and angry. I'm training. I'm in shape. But what does one do? I'm just bored and angry.
So that's his response to Goggins' call. So he's not going to do the challenge.
Bored and angry. Talk all that shit. Go train with David Goggins. Don't fight him in your arena and have him come to your practice and beat him up. He's not a fighter. That's not what he does. He's not that type of fighter. Go step into his world. Just like the Navy SEAL did in yours, or that YouTuber did in yours. Go step in David Goggins' world. Ooh. Let me know how it goes for you, dude. I know how it's going to go, but I'd love to see it.
Especially if you're talking that much smack about something like.
Also know your fan base, dude.
Also, who cares? We're talking about who can exercise the best. What are they talking about?
I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, I don't know.
That's basically like, he's out of his world if he's gonna train with Goggins to be like, because Goggins goes through crazy ass stuff to train. So if he can make it through that, Goggins is saying like, I'll spar you, because he's completely out of his world in the sparring part. So, but
is Goggins saying if you can successfully
if you make it through,
smart on Goggins.
Yeah.
He's like, no, dude, just come train with me for 3 days. You make it through that, then I'll do your thing. There's not a chance in hell Sean makes it through that. And that's not a bag on Sean. That's not what he does. There's not a chance in hell David Goggins makes it through 3 rounds.
But Sean's the one that's calling.
Sean's the one that's engaging.
Yeah, that's the reason why.
It's getting clicks. We're talking about it. It's this we're going down a weird road, man. And this is what Sean makes fun of these guys that do the algorithm and the trendy,
Well, he's definitely doing that right now.
And then
Yeah.
I don't like it. Let's take a little break, because a lot of y'all going to be watching Mike Perry, Jake Paul, having some drinks with your friends, getting tipsy, doing your thing. If you're going to do that, do it smart. Get a 4-pack of Safety Shot, the world's first alcoholic detoxifier that reduces blood alcohol content in as little as 30 minutes. This is for real. It actually works. Not only does it help you detoxify and reduce blood alcohol content in as little as 30 minutes, it gives you a sharper mind and body, liver support, well-being boost, gut support, hydration. So when you're at the fights and usually say no to that last shot, go ahead and have that shot on us and get that safety shot so you wake up the next morning ready to go, ready to get sunburnt and watch 6 hours of Little League Baseball. Go to drinksafetyshot.com. Promo code is Brendan. You get 10% off. Drinksafetyshot.com. Promo code Brendan. All right, Chin, that's it. Went on some weird tangents on this thing. You got a fight night coming this Saturday. Not the best fight night. It's in Vegas at the Apex Center. But the fight everybody talking about would be Jake Paul, Mike Perry. That's this freaking Saturday. That I cannot wait for. Mike Perry's a dog, not a terrible bet, but, it's a tough fight for Mike. There's a reason he's a dog, but it's tough to bet against that dog, man. It's Tough bet against that dog. Can I bet that dog? So we'll looking forward to that. But thank you for tuning in, kids. Like, subscribe, do your thing they tell you to do on these YouTube channels, or subscribe to the podcast. Love you guys. Thanks for listening. The giveaway truck, we are live, went live on Monday. It's drivefastallgas.com. Can't thank you guys enough for all the support. This is going better than I thought. It's so much fun, man. Whoever wins this truck, hopefully you dig it. Hopefully you use it for what it's for. Collab with King Shocks on a lot of the merch. Life's Too Short to Drive Electric Cars merch. That's our #1 seller. You got the bundles on there. You get 20 times the entries this week. So 30 was last week. That ended last week. We'll have some limited edition merch dropping between now and the end of the giveaway, which is August 31st. So if you want to win this truck, this badass Ford F-150 Roush pre-runner loaded with King Shocks, Raceline True bead locks, 39-inch tires, the Roush Supercharger. It's a fun one. Interior custom done by SOS Customs. This thing is a monster. So go to drivefastallgas.com, pick up some merch, win the truck. Why not you? That's it, guys. Love you. Till next time, I'm out.